attending the Davis Vision Plus benefit presentation. I'm going to share my screen and turn it over to Miss Lori Ruth.
Thank you, James. I appreciate that. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for taking the time after a busy day, I'm sure, and joining this overview around the vision program that's being presented for Prince George's County Public Schools. I think that we have some really wonderful information to share today, and I think it's going to bring a lot of value to those of you who not only purchase what we call the Blue Vision Plus plan. It's a buy-up plan, but hopefully when you use it, I know that sometimes we purchase coverage and then we get busy in our lives and don't use it, but it's very important to at least go get an eye exam and have a benchmark of where your vision health is each year. So we'll go to our first slide. So I always like to make sure that you understand what is part of your vision benefit package. So for this year's open enrollment, you once again have your eye exam, and we'll go through the benefits that are changing and what those dollar amounts look like. But we always encourage you to get your eye exam. We offer, for those of you that have been with us for a while, you know that we offer a Davis Vision collection. And this is a grouping of frames. There's actually 200 from you to select from, and they're offered for no copay. You also have the flexibility to purchase a non-collection frame as well from any frame in your network provider's office. Excuse me. There's coverage for your spectacle lenses that have just a small copay tied to them. And then you also are able to have contact lenses. Once again, there's a collection of contacts that we offer to the membership, or you can purchase contacts from your in-network provider, and there's an allowance that you can use. It's an either or. We also make sure that for those of you that may have an existing relationship where the provider is not in our network, we have a very robust network, but there's instances where you might want to continue seeing a doctor that you've always used or a friend of the family, but you can go out of network, and what will happen, you're required to pay the claim up front, and then you would submit an out-of-network claim form, and this is the schedule of benefits that would show what you would be reimbursed for each type of service. So you can encourage you to stay in network because you're going to save money. What we're able to offer you in network is greatly discounted, and we try to make sure that you're incentivized to use our network. There's lots of providers to select from. Next slide, please. So this is a great slide because it's showing how things have changed for 2022. And what Prince George's County Public Schools has been able to provide in this slide, you're going to see where there's a current column for the allowance that's in place today. And then what is the new allowance and what is the new copay? And I feel like your organization did everything they could to make sure that the member is going to have an exceptional experience when they use the benefit because it's reducing all of their out-of-pocket expenses. And it also is adding value by providing a quality frame or contacts. So we'll start at the top here on a non-plan frame. Today that allowance is $70 and it's increasing up to $160. When I say non-plan frame, this is for any frame that is not in the collection. We also have increased the allowance around your non-plan contacts. Today it's $105 and it's increasing up to $200. And that's a great thing. I explained in the last presentation, contacts continue to keep changing due to technology, and they really are enhancing the capabilities around contacts. So it gets expensive, right? So $200 can really take your benefit much further than what is in place today. So we have a retailer here called VisionWorks. You have your opportunity when you get to pick the setting of where you will have your vision experience. You can go into a private independent doctor's office that's contracted with us, or we have a list of retailers that you can go into a store setting and choose to find your use your benefit in that respect. So VisionWorks is one of our preferred retailers. They're in every state in the Mid-Atlantic. And what we're offering is, in addition to that, excuse me, the current allowance of $160 that you're going to be moving into for the new year, we're adding another $50 to that benefit. So you can pick out any frame in VisionWorks, and we will give you an allowance of $210. I would tell you I use VisionWorks all the time, and they have, I want to say, 1,200 frames in their store, if not more, maybe 2,000. And this frame allowance will cover probably 75% of the frames that are in that store. So that means you walk out with a new frame and no out-of-pocket cost. If you look at the copays for your spectacle lenses, today you have a $30 copay. It's been decreased to $10, minimal amount of money. And then when you see this header here that says Premier Frame, they're talking about the collection. So the collection has a fashion, designer, and Premier Frame that you can select from, but we have removed that copay for the Premier level, and there is no out-of-pocket cost for a frame under the collection. If you look at the lens options, I try to explain this a little bit because not everybody adds a lens option to their lenses, but it's a coating that's placed on your eyeglass lens, and it enhances the visual experience that you have when you're wearing your glasses. So for transition, today a member would pay $65 for those kinds of lenses that change dark when you walk outside. It acts almost like a sunglass. That reduces down to $0. Progressives. I know that teachers do a lot of reading, and as we all age, we start to move into a progressive. That's like a bifocal or a trifocal that does not have lines. It's a blended lens, and they can get expensive. So you can see today that your member charge for whichever tier that you would select ranges from $50 to $175. Under the new 2022 arrangement, you can get a standard lens at standard progressive lens at no cost, and then the range has decreased down to 40 to 125. So that is a significant savings on progressive. And then the last thing that has changed is your anti-reflective coating. That's that AR. Once again, there's 4 tiers, and that ranges today from $35 to $85. And once again, that standard tier is going to be $0, and the cost has decreased from $13 to $50. So this is a great savings, and I feel like not a lot of our clients offer this reduced savings to the member. This is something that Prince George's went ahead and put in specifically for your membership. And then finally, the allowances. For those of you that wear contacts, your plan today does not provide an allowance for that contact lens evaluation, fit, and follow-up that doctors can charge you extra for. Now there's going to be a $60 allowance that you can put against the cost of that extra exam and fit. Next slide, please. So this is the exclusive Davis Vision Frame Collection that you heard me reference. And as you can see, in 2022, there is no cost to the member. There's over 200 frame options, and it does include your generics. It includes brand and designer. I have found from talking to members at your open enrollment health fairs, a lot of people come up to me and they say, I'm so grateful that I can have a frame out of your collection at no cost. And it has really helped my family and I, where we have multiple users of glasses. So it's not for everybody. You always have that allowance to use if you don't want to use a collection frame, but at least think about it. Go online, look at our frame options. They're on the website. I think it's a really good offering. When you go out to the directory and look at providers, they'll indicate which providers in our network carry the frame collection. They're only in private doctor office settings. You can't get them at a VisionWorks or a Target or a Walmart because those are retailers. But you'll see a little pair of eyeglasses next to the doctor's name that carry the collection. Next, please. So you heard me talk about your network. And when I talk about the Mid-Atlantic, I'm talking about Virginia, DC, and Maryland. And these are some of the retailers that we work with. There's more, but I have to tell you, VisionWorks is number one. It's very popular. And Walmart has really good prices, and they also have really, really nice, strong customer service. It's amazing to me. When I first started at Davis, I thought Walmart, but they are one of our top retailers across the country. This year, we also added Costco. We were getting a lot of a lot of requests for Costco. We were getting complaints that they were not in the network. I should say it that way. And we were very excited last year at the beginning of 2020 to add Costco. So that has been a great addition. Next slide. And so the one thing that I want to just sit and talk through a little bit here is we do provide extra perks and discounts that are exclusive to Davis Vision Plan members who have the Blue Vision Plus coverage. I did confirm, someone questioned this in our first meeting. Well, I only have the core benefit that is offered by Prince George's County Public Schools. There's no cost, but only the Blue Vision Plus has these perks. So right off the top, let's talk about eyeglass breakage warranty. For anybody who has children, if you can get through a year where your children haven't broken something on their glasses, I applaud you, because I have 3 boys and we had to use the warranty to get glasses fixed or replaced. This is free when you use your Davis benefit at one of our network doctor's offices or retailers. And it's also extends out for 1 year, and that's from date of service of when you bought your glasses. So if you can come in to a VisionWorks and say, hey, I have my glasses and I only have half of it here, but I can show you, they'll replace it or they'll repair it. And it works really well. We get a lot of positive feedback on that, because what happens in the industry, the vision industry, our competitors actually ask the member for a fee to put a breakage warranty into place. The other thing, if you drop below that, you can purchase additional pairs of glasses. So when you're in your doctor's office and you've used your benefit, but you see another pair of glasses that you just think you might need, that would be me, then you can get a 30% discount off that purchase. If you're in a VisionWorks, they actually offer even a deeper discount, and that second pair is discounted off by 50%. And that's not just eligible on your prescription glasses, but also your prescription sunglasses. So if you look at this little grocery cart, we want to talk about e-commerce. Last year during COVID, and members were not using doctor offices, and actually vision offices were shutting down, we introduced online retailers. We introduced 1-800-CONTACTS, eyeglasses.com, and befitting.com. Members could go online and they can actually pick out contacts or glasses, and the vendors will actually apply and adjudicate your benefit against the cost, and then you just pay the difference. So for those allowances that have been set up and are increasing this year, that really adds a great value. And this works really well. And the thing I like about it is they have great customer service and really timely delivery. So think about that as an option. I know that a lot of the younger generation, they want an online option as well. I still like to go into the store, but I'm glad that we have some options for however your member, what setting your member wants to use their benefit in. And then we have laser vision correction. So how this works, we actually have a network, and there are over 1,000 locations nationwide where you can go in, you can come in and get a free consultation, and they will quote you a price, and typically it's 40 to 50% off the national average. So even if you're a person who might be skeptical, or you already have an existing location near your house, I say just take a minute, give us a call. These doctors are not located in our directory. You would have to go online. You'd have to call our member services, and they would direct you to a provider in your area. But I think it's worth just seeing what they can quote you and compare it to what you're finding in the marketplace. I've been receiving a lot of strong feedback where our prices have been a bit better than what you're finding at some of the traditional locations. And then last but not least, hearing aid discounts. So as we know, as people are aging and living longer, there's been more and more of a need for hearing aids. And this is a program that allows you to have a free hearing exam, and then we'll provide up to 40% on hearing aids. And the great thing that I like about this program is that, yes, they have a 60-day money-back guarantee, but they offer 1 year of follow-up care. And how about that 4-year supply of batteries? I talk to my dad every week, and he's always complaining about how fast the batteries wear out on his hearing aids. So that's a really great attribute there in that program. So anyway, that's about it for the presentation today, but I just want to encourage you to take advantage of these special offers, because it doesn't cost you any additional money to go out and take advantage of these items, unless, of course, you're buying hearing aids or having LASIK surgery. But with that being said, I appreciate your time, and we'll open it up for questions.
Thank you, Lori. Certainly, if anyone has any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat. There was one question, Lori, that I had earlier from someone. They asked about the contact lenses, the Davis collection. How would they go about finding what contact lenses are included in that collection?
Excuse me, there's actually a flyer, and if Care First doesn't have it, I can certainly share out the flyer with them to forward over to you, but it's a premier contact collection, and it gives the name and the number of boxes that they would receive for free. I don't know, maybe it's something, if you have an intranet, you could post it out in your benefits area.
Yeah, it might be. Thank you for that. I'm gonna paste some links now in the chat. So there's probably a link on the Care First microsite, I would assume, that would get folks to that information. And then I'm gonna put the just put the benefits services webpage on there as well, the PGCPS webpage, and that'll take you to all the other sites as well. And also just a reminder to everyone attending, don't forget open enrollment begins next Monday, October 11th, runs through the 27th. That's your opportunity to make any changes to your benefits. And those changes that you make during open enrollment are effective January 1st of 2022. Any other questions from anyone? Well, I don't see any questions, so I think we'll call it a night. Thank you everyone for attending. Oh, here comes a question. Hello, the vision benefit are included with health or separate? So you're welcome. So this plan that we presented this evening is the standalone vision plan, the Vision Plus plan that you would enroll in separately. It is not the vision discount plan that's included with the Care First medical plan. That's just a discount plan. It doesn't cover nearly what this benefit offers. So this, you'd have to check a separate box in Oracle for the vision plan to ensure that you're enrolled and get these benefits. You're welcome. Any other questions? All right, again, so not seeing any additional questions. Thank you, everyone. Again, we'll have this presentation up on the website probably in about 24 hours or so, and folks can certainly view it at any time. All right, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Jamie.
You're welcome. Have a great evening.
All righty, bye-bye.
Bye.